Stevenson stepped down as director of the Division of Perceptual Studies in 2002, although he continued to work as research professor of psychiatry. Stevenson died of pneumonia in February 2007 at his retirement home in Charlottesville, Virginia. As one experiment to test for personal survival of bodily death, in the 1960s, Stevenson set a combination lock using a secret word or phrase and placed it in a filing cabinet in the department, telling his colleagues he would try to pass the code to them after his death. Emily Williams Kelly told the New York Times, presumably if someone had a vivid dream about him in which there seemed to be a word or phrase that kept being repeated, I don't quite know how it would work. If it seemed promising enough, we would try to open it using the combination suggested. The Morning News reported in October 2014 that the lock was still unopened. Now we get to the meat and potatoes of this session, sir. Do you remember setting up a combination lock in your office back in the 60s? I got another. Okay, guys, so this is day 4. I don't want to get super excited, but what I'm about to show you, I want you to pay real attention to this. If you've been watching me from the start, you know how important this is. This is the real deal, okay? So what I just showed you was I got a shiver, and then somebody says, I'm right here behind you, right now, or something like that. Whatever they just said. Whatever I just played for you. I'm editing, right, so I forget the exact wording. I am paying super attention to this session, okay? Because this is a huge deal, folks. For those of you on the fence, I don't know how you could possibly be on the fence, but I guess if you got a brain that just refuses to believe what I've shown you, or you think I'm a big old faker, or possibly a faker, which I'm not, you may still be riding that fence, okay? Everything I put on the screen for you guys is exactly where it comes in on the video. It's exactly what is recorded. I don't alter it. I always try to just leave it. The only thing I do with it is that I'll make it a little louder sometimes so that it's easier to hear. Yes, they speak fast. Sometimes it's jammed together. Sometimes there's odd noises in there. We got to listen, read between the lines, right? What I'm about to play for you is one of, to me, this makes so much sense in context of this video that we're doing. This experiment that was put in place decades ago by another man who's now dead. Listen to this, okay? I am slowly creeping my way forward to try and get this combination lock because I don't want to just ask him. I want to make sure we build up to it. He has every opportunity to say, yeah, it's me. I'm here. I'm dead. I know the passcode. Whatever he's going to say, I don't know. They say his name right here, right now. He says, yeah, the passcode, man, it's here. Listen to this. Did you hear that? They said the man's name, his full name, Ian Stevenson. It was so clear, each piece. It doesn't get any clearer than that. I am talking to the dead. This is his opportunity. I hope to God that this passcode that he set comes through. At least a word. Otherwise, why am I wasting my time? Clearly, I'm talking to an intelligent spirit or spirits that are talking back to us, giving us words that we can hear that answer in context. So, I have not got to the end of this, but I swear to God, if they didn't give me the passcode, then this is for nothing. I hope they give us the passcode. Okay, what was the intent of leaving that lock locked in your office? Okay, so right after they say he doesn't want you to have a rough day with this, they say something else and they mention the word passcode. Now, I'm going to put on the screen what I think they're saying. Okay, so the reason I'm breaking this down, right, is because I don't know if he's going to tell us the passcode later as I ask him. I ask him a couple times in a row here. I'm building this as a case, right? Every little piece of thing that I can hear them say during this session that I did with them, I've got to put into this video to break it down so that we have something to look for. Now, I believe he says, my passcode is right left of it. And then a woman comes in and says, really? So what this means to me in my brain is, logically, he's a professor. It's in the 60s. He says, okay, diddly-do. He puts a passcode on a lock. He says, I'm going to put it in this cabinet. I think he either put it in the cabinet, the lock, and then scrawled on the side of the cabinet, maybe, the passcode, because he says, I'm going to be dead. Maybe they'll never figure this out. He either scrawled the word into the side of the cabinet somewhere to the left of where he put it in, or he put another object into the cabinet left of the lock that is the answer to the lock. Now, I'm just throwing that out there because based on what he said or what the spirits just said, right? This is just a clue. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. How we're going to get the answer to this, first of all, depends on whether he answers the question when I ask him point blank, what is the passphrase, if he gives us something. And then second of all, I have to figure out, if we do get some information, how do we contact the university and get them to film it and try and open this lock? Do you remember the passphrase to open the lock? Who should I contact at the university to pass on your message? Did you see that? I don't know if that got caught on camera. More water. That's the third time water's come from up there. Is that you doing that? Oh, my nuts. Okay, are you comfortable with me passing on your message? Okay, I'm going to concentrate on you really hard. Okay, so I'm trying to envision your face. I want to maintain a connection. And I want you to please tell me again the passphrase to open the lock you left in your office. Okay? Now, again, because this is an experiment, I'm going to ask one more time. Can you say it a third time? I really want your message to come through, and I don't want there to be any doubt. What is the passphrase to unlock the lock? Okay, so I'm literally spending 2-3 hours on this, going through each device, trying to listen to, why can't they just say the passphrase is whatever the word is, right? You heard them talking all along. They've said password this, passphrase that. I know what it is, and Grant needs to know what it is, and they're talking all along. It makes sense. And then when I ask them specifically, there's other sentences in here, guys. And I'm not hearing nothing that says, here's your passphrase or anything. I hear a bunch of talk about nothing. And the only thing that sort of makes sense that's kind of repeating is this thing where they're talking about haunting and ghost. Now, logically, if he's in his office and he says, hey, I'm going to come back as a ghost and give these guys the key word, maybe he chose the word ghost. If I had to pick one from what I'm seeing on this mess of words in here, ghost would be my guess. But that's all it is. It's a guess. Why? I'm really kind of ticked off that I wasted all week doing this and it's not clear and they didn't just come out and say, bam, here's your answer. So thanks, Austin, for ruining my week, for suggesting this. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mind doing this. It's fun. I got to keep it fun, or I would, a lesser man would quit at this point. But I'm not a lesser man. So hope you're not as disappointed as I am. Trust me, I worked on this for hours and hours. I'm not contacting the university with that. That's not a solid answer. If they would have said, your password is this, blah, and give us a word, and then when I ask them a second time, they repeat it, no problem. I mean, I look crazy enough as it is, don't I? Okay, well, that's all the questions I have for you, sir. Thank you and Mr. Carlson for coming through. I hope that we can get this experiment that you set up. I hope I can decipher the passphrase. Do you need to say it again, or am I going to get it? I'm really digging in for this one, I know. All right. Thank you, sir. Love, peace, joy, and adventure to you and Mr. Carlson. To my spirit team, do you have a message for me today? Do you have a message that needs to be passed on to our viewer? If so, please state the viewer's name and leave them a message. I'm just going to throw this out there because I didn't ask, and since both of them were here, I do believe. Mr. Carlson, do you have a message for humanity? And the same question to you, Dr. Stevenson. Do you have a message for humanity? Okay, thank you again. Love, peace, joy, and adventure to you viewers. We'll catch you guys in the next adventure. Thanks for watching.